What's up, everybody? My name's Ty Thacker. I'm your host of Footballin, and it's going to be a great episode, a lot of games in store, so yeah, let's kick you right into it. We start off with our first Thanksgiving Day game between the Lions and the Packers. The Packers took this one 29-22. No one was expecting the Packers to win, but they did, and they got it done, and they came in to Ford Field in Detroit, and they took it. Jordan Love went 22 for 32, 270 yards and 3 touchdowns. For the Packers, had a great game. But Jared Goff for the Lions didn't have a bad game at all either, going 30 for 44, 332 yards and 2 touchdowns. Great game by both quarterbacks, but the Packers took this one. Next, we bring you to our next Thanksgiving Day game between the Cowboys and the Commanders. This was utter domination by the Cowboys, 45-10. And Dak Prescott came into the game and absolutely fired. He went 22 for 32, 331 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Meanwhile, the league's leading passer, Sam Howell for the Commanders, had a decent game. He went 30 for 44, 300 yards, and 1 interception. No touchdowns thrown for him. Now we bring you our final Thursday night football game between the 49ers and the Seahawks. This 49ers team, it's had its struggles, but they're still one of the best teams in the league, and they showed why. They won 31-13 versus the Seahawks team, and Brock Purdy for the 49ers went 21 for 30, 209 yards, 1 touchdown, along with 1 interception. Now we have our first Black Friday game in NFL history between the Jets and the Dolphins. This game was close to start the game, but the Jets continued to fall down in the second half, and the Dolphins kind of rose up and led a fire in the offense, and they got it going. They won 34-13. Tua Tagovailoa for the Dolphins, he didn't have the best game. He went 21 for 30, 243 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Now we got our first Sunday game between the Buccaneers and Colts. This is a close game throughout. Both quarterbacks went back and forth, and the Colts took this one 27-20. Next, we got our next game between the Patriots and Giants. This game, people were expecting to be low scoring. It showed why. This game 7-10. The Giants won by a field goal, and bad quarterback play, and it was just a pretty mid game. We got AFC North rival between the Steelers and the Bengals. This game was a must-win game for the Steelers. They just fired their offensive coordinator. They have a quarterback who needed to play good, and he showed up. Kenny Pickett for the Steelers went 24 for 33, 280 yards. The Steelers took this one 16-10. And for the Steelers team, they had their first 400-yard-plus game since Week 2 of the 2020 season, so great accomplishment for that team. Now we had the Panthers and Titans. This game was also close, and for this Panthers team, they only have 1 win on the season. They were 1-9 coming into the game, and they almost got their second win, but they just couldn't hold on versus Will Levis and the Titans. Will Levis went 18 for 28, 185 yards. Titans took this one 17-10. The Jaguars took this one 24-21. And for the quarterback play for this game, C.J. Stroud once again had a great game, going 26 for 36, 304 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Trevor Lawrence for the Jags going 23 for 38, 364 yards, 1 touchdown, along with 1 interception. All right, now we got the Saints and Falcons. This game was not really hyped up, but the Falcons did what they needed to do, and they got the win versus the Saints 24-15. Next, we got the Rams and the Cardinals. For this Cardinals team, they've struggled all year, missing their QB1, and they just have a lot of struggles, and they continue to struggle today. This Rams team came in and got the job done, winning 37-14. Matt Stafford for the Rams went 25 for 33, 230 yards, 4 touchdowns, along with 1 interception. And next we got the Browns and the Broncos. For this Broncos team, they were on a 4-game win streak to come into this game, and they're one of the hottest teams right now. And for this Browns team also, they were one of the hottest teams. So this is going to be a good game, I thought, to come into this game. But I was kind of wrong, because this Broncos team came in and they didn't take their foot off the pedal. They won 29-12. Russell Wilson went 13 for 22, 134 yards and 1 touchdown. He's continuing to impress the league and put the league on notice. In my opinion, the best game of this week, the Bills and the Eagles. For this Bills team, they've been on the struggle bus. They were 6-5 to come into this game. Meanwhile, the Eagles are the best team in the league at 9-1 to come in the game, and This game was just high scoring by both opposites. Josh Allen for the Bills went 29 for 51, 340 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And Jalen Hurts for the Eagles went 18 for 31, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. So pretty good quarterback play by both teams. Then the Eagles took this one in overtime, 37-34. And next we have the Chiefs and Raiders. This game was close in the first half. The Raiders only trailing by a field goal, but then the second half, the Chiefs did what the Chiefs do. They found a way to win, and they won 31-17 and Patrick Mahomes went 30 for 34, 290 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And next we got the Ravens and the Chargers on Sunday Night Football. So this game going into halftime was pretty close, and it was not the best performance game by either teams. And Lamar Jackson went 20 for 32, 180 yards, and 1 touchdown. Meanwhile, Justin Herbert for the Chargers went 30 for 44, 217 yards, 1 touchdown, along with 1 interception. And this is mostly a defensive game by the Ravens. They were able to get some key defensive plays and win this good ball game. I'm your host, Ty Thacker. Good night, America.